Hello everyone, my name is Andy Han, CEO of SonKim Land. This session we have an expert from CBRE who is going to give us a lot of insight about what's happening in the Ho Chi Minh City condominium market. Ms. Dung Duong, she is the head of professional services in CBRE. Hi.
Thank you, Andy, for your very kind introduction.
Property market, especially in Ho Chi Minh City, over the last 10 years or so. So we have seen this, right? So here we are, 2019. We have all the numbers from the first half, right? So now, what do all these numbers mean in terms of real estate?
When we look at all economic indicators, not only of Vietnam, but also of Ho Chi Minh City in particular, we see a very positive picture of Vietnam economy performance. GDP growth, as you just mentioned, was around 6.7%, even a little bit lower than the same period of last year, but still much higher than the average growth in the period of 2011 to 2017. And it is still among the highest country in the Southeast Asian. And in terms of GDP structure, then construction is also the highest, structure, and that is also support for an steady growth of real estate market. We mentioned about the number of international arrivals. It means the increase in the occupancy rate for the hotel or hospitality sector across all cities. So in general, we believe that the steady growth of the economic indicators in Vietnam has a continuously support for the growth of the real estate market.
New launch in the first half actually dropped by 42%. And sold units have dropped by 38%, while the sold rate in the launch was 88%. And selling price has increased by 20% year on year. Absorption rate was quite high due to the limited supply. Where are these strong demands coming from? Are these local buyers or international buyers?
We saw a very interesting picture for the condominium market, especially in Ho Chi Minh in the first half of 2019, because after a very strong recovery since 2015 until 2018, for the first time in the city, we saw a drop for both number of launches and number of units sold. And the drop doesn't necessarily mean that the demand is becoming less in the market. When we look at the absorption rate of projects that are newly launched in the first half, then that is still very high. Of course, it varies depending on certain segments. But the average absorption rate for the whole market was around 60 to 65%. We believe that the demand is so strong coming from both investors and from end users. Depending on certain segments, for high-end and luxury segments, we believe the strong demand still come from the buy-to-let and buy-to-gain investors. And especially over the last 6 months, we saw a drop in supply. So limited supply will lead to while demand is still strong, will lead to an increase in the price, not only on the primary market, but also on the secondary market. So if you are capital buy-to-gain investors, we believe that you could get quite a good margin if you want to resell the products on the secondary market. And for the affordable and mid-end segment, where the majority buyers are end users who buy it for their own occupation, the demand from this type of buyers are also very, very strong. And given the growth of population and the growth of urbanization in this city, we believe the demand driving factors for these two segments, affordable and mid-end segment, will continue to be very strong in the future.
Theo báo cáo của CBRE, nguồn cung căn hộ mới tại thành phố Hồ Chí Minh trong quý 2 năm 2019 rơi xuống mức thấp nhất trong 5 năm qua, chỉ đạt 4.124 căn, giảm 34% so với cùng kỳ năm 2018. Như vậy, tính chung 6 tháng đầu năm, thị trường căn hộ bán thành phố Hồ Chí Minh ghi nhận tổng nguồn cung đạt 8.547 căn. CBRE cho biết, hầu hết các dự án mở bán trong quý đều được thị trường đón nhận tốt với tỷ lệ bán cao trên 80%, mặc dù giá bán đã tăng 5-10% so với đợt trước. Nguồn cầu duy trì mạnh mẽ và được chứng kiến tại các sự kiện tiền bán hàng trong 6 tháng qua. Tỷ lệ đặt chỗ cao tại các sự kiện tiền bán hàng, đặc biệt một số dự án có lượng đặt chỗ nhiều hơn kế hoạch mở bán 50-100%. Đồng thời, trong suốt 3 năm qua, mỗi năm thành phố tiêu thụ trung bình khoảng 2.000 căn hộ tồn kho. Theo thống kê, lượng hàng tồn kho trên địa bàn là khoảng 15.000 căn, chiếm 5% nguồn cung tích lũy từ năm 1999. Song các sản phẩm còn lại này chủ yếu đến từ các dự án cũ, có diện tích căn hộ lớn, thiết kế và mặt bằng không tốt. Trong bối cảnh nguồn cung hạn chế và tình hình kinh doanh tốt tại các giai đoạn trước, giá bán căn hộ trên thị trường đã tăng 5% theo quý và tăng 20% theo năm. Giá trung bình là 1.873 đô la Mỹ một mét vuông. Giá bán tăng được ghi nhận tại tất cả các dự án chào bán trong quý và các sản phẩm còn lại trên thị trường. Trong đó quận 2, quận 7 và quận 9 có mức tăng giá cao nhất từ 15-25% theo năm. CBRE dự báo thị trường thành phố Hồ Chí Minh sẽ đón nhận thêm hơn 23.000 căn hộ vào nửa cuối năm 2019.
Do you see a lot of international buyers over local buyers?
Yes, we do. Since the introduction of that policy to open the door for foreign buyers, we continually see a significant increase of foreign buyers to the city, and especially to the high-end and luxury segments.
Primary condo selling prices across all segments, affordable, mid-end, high-end, and luxury markets, have continued to increase for many years now.
Yeah.
Do you expect the price to continuously to increase?
You know, to our surprise, in the first half of this year, the price increased across all segments. You know, in the previous years, we also reported an increase in the price, majorly for the high end and the luxury segment. But by end of June of this year, we saw that the price increase also for the affordable and mid-end segment. And on average, the price increased around 20% year on year. In particular, when you look at the high-end segment, it increased by 25%. And this is the highest growth of price in the last 5 years since the market started to recover. And we believe the major reason is the little supply we got in the first 6 months. And while we look at the new supply in the next 6 months, there is a huge pipeline of new supply to be launched from now until end of 2019. Based on our discussion with developers and with sales agencies, we believe that 2019 supply will be more equal to the number of 2018. But if anything happened to the licensing process of these projects, then the supply will continue to be limited as what we have seen in the first 6 months, and that could lead to an increase in the price.
Okay, now we've briefly talked about the affordable segment. There was no launch in the first half, and there was only 20 units that was sold in the first half. Country still needs a lot of these apartments in the affordable segment. What is the reason for this low supply?
We believe the number one reason is the land price. Land price increase every day. And for affordable segment, we could not increase the price too much, and that led to a much lower margin for investors. And apart from land price, the availability of land bank is also becoming limited. And they have no choice to go further to the decentralized area, to the outskirts areas to develop that projects.
Is this going to be the same case going forward?
Yes, we think going forward there would be little supply in the affordable segment, given that developers find it very challenging to find a good available land bank to develop the projects together with little incentives from the government in order to encourage them to go forward. Also from buyers' perspective, right affordability is one of their first priority. They also want to be not too far from the city center. This is a dilemma for affordable project developers.
New launches in the first half mainly came from East and South. East comprising of 61%, South 23%. While some notable projects are expected to be launched in the West, should people invest in East or West? What is your view?
The trend of investment that we have seen over the last few years is that where we got infrastructure developments, then people will tend to go to that area. And for that reason, a lot of buyers, being end users or investors, tend to invest into the east of the city. The western area, I think there are some positive indicators, but in terms of infrastructure, I do not think that it has favorable condition as in the eastern area.
Second home and vacation home markets have been quite hot. So what is your view on these vacation home and second home market?
Yeah, actually we have seen a very strong recovery in the second home market over the last 4 years. And while we talk a lot about the residential and condominium market in the two big cities, Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City, other cities like Da Nang, Nha Trang, Phu Quoc also has a very good absorption rate of the second home market. Why? Number one is the increase in the international arrival, and also the increase of local arrivals to these cities. Nha Trang and Da Nang last year saw an increase of 25 to 35% of total arrivals. For the second home market, most of buyers are investors, and it is considered a very good investment challenge for our investors.
Okay, so thank you very much, Ms. Thu Jung.
You're welcome. My pleasure to talk to you.